We dance with it, with it, and I'm lit with it, with it, with it. Like that, we dance with it. You just you better deal with it. They saying I'm lit with it. Ooh. Stronger, smarter, beautiful. They say I'm almost coming through. Finish shaking, don't you quit. Bubble baby got this, don't quit. Go with it, feel out with it. Bubble like that, we dance with it. Just here better deal with it. Bubble baby, see I'm lit with it. Go with it, feel out with it. Bubble like that, we dance with it. You just here better deal with it. Bubble baby saying I'm lit with it. It's Mama slid in the double. Skip it up. Talking and then pretty sweet with a flipper flap deal. Skip to its wheels. Scooby, the exact opposite of the middle process. I think back different never done. Oh, damn it! It was a fish. Oh, it was a final season simple. It was exact mile. In the middle. Each snap clap, but each time. Don't stop now. Steve. So, you lying! Such generation. Hey, hey, welcome on in. Actually, I've been trying to find um, my witchy shit, take it out, and I cannot find the place. I cannot find it. Okay, let's get me on screen. Let's see. Camera. Action. Hi. Okay. Let's see if I can put green screen in the back. Green screen.
Eh. Hi, guys. Let me see if I could drag something up here. Ooh, let's put this picture. Yeah, amazing. Okay, okay. So I wanted with this little- kind of I like we don't these are my I made them. Do to do. Um, I'd like to start with kind of like an intro. I know that there's a lot of people new. What I do ask is cutting in and out. I don't think so. Keep posting that shit. Still? Is still bad reception? Maybe I is it still bad reception, you guys? No, like, breaking up. Hmm. Alright, let me see if this works. Tell me if this is better. Let's check this out. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Is that a little better, you guys? Yes, we can't hear you. Is that a little better? I put my mic on. Okay, perfect. All right. Okay, so that works better. Okay, yeah, I like this. This is the professional way of doing things. Okay, so here at WCIA Network, it is all about summer moon wells and distortion. That's what it's saying. And distortion means that digital distortion, I see messages and images through the videos that I'm gonna show you, through the images that I go over. And most of these images and videos are from the characters that are covering summer moon wells. Now, right now, I know Benny, you're on. Maybe you're not on anymore, but you were on, and I quickly went on because I wanted to grab some video from this video you're doing so I can I think a little so I can compare what I have already. Everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. So this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. This isn't anything that I could prove to be right or you could prove to be wrong. This is strictly how I see the truth through my psychic third eye. Um, what I see to be true, what I see and hear, and what I live in my life, um, is just that. It's things that come through. I don't have much control over it. I don't. People that are live in this world will say the same thing, and real psychics will tell you they don't really know what the fuck it is. I mean, you listen to other psychics in the Summer Moon Wells cases and all the other cases, and they say the same thing. There's a couple of them that are really good, you know? Should you listen to everyone? Absolutely, because it creates your own thought process. Like everyone's going to see things differently, and that's why people bring in tips and give tips to a hotline or a tip line because you never know whose tip is going to be the one because people see things differently through the dramas and traumas that you've had in your life create your own reality, period. So never make fun of anyone, never bully anyone on what they think to be true. See, these are you could buy these. You could buy these on my website. They're my AI tarot cards. And you got to get the book with it. You know who you are, you got the book free, which will be coming. So everyone's reality is different. My reality here, I hope a couple things that it brings justice to Summer Moon Wells and the missing children that I call Summer Moon Wells missing children. I call them that because they're the gone children that I believe they're gone and they were sacrificed. What has happened to these children are things no one wants to speak the truth through their mouth. It's even uncomfortable for people that do readings. It's very uncomfortable for um psychics or whatever. You guys, my nose, I have a little cold, sorry. Psychics or whatever to say it because it's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. It's sick shit. It's what they're doing to these children are things that no one wants to say with their own lips. And it is uncomfortable, but what I can tell you is from the beginning and so strong now because I am reading and listening to what's happening once again. This happened 4 years ago. Um, the Summer Moon Wells case, these characters come up and they pop up in the same like symmetry, the same humming for me. You know, I'm giving you a reading. Is it really that they're doing that? I have no idea. I get a reading off certain people, and I'm so happy Benny's back because Benny gives me such an insight. Doesn't mean Benny's involved. Absolutely not. He's just someone that I connect with that helps me see things the way that I see them. That's it. That's all it is. I don't know him, know nothing about him. It's what it is. So when he goes on, I'm able to remember where I'm supposed to go. I'm able to pick up certain vibes that are sitting out there waiting for me to hone in. So you know how like here, like on my desk, I have certain things. Like here's one of my rocks, you know. This rock grounds me. This is a very important rock to me. So doesn't mean this rock's involved in Summer Moon Wells case, right? It's a rock. So these people that I use as ways of communicating and looking at things and using their pictures and their voices and their videos as vehicles to giving you a reading is just that. That's all it is. That's all it is, right? And it has helped me because Summer Moon Wells are giving you all this information and all of this stuff um, that I call nonsense information. Summer Moon Wells, the people that were involved in the murder, in the sacrifice, in the taking of these children, have already mourned the children that were taken in 2021. There's a new group of children. There are new prospects. There's new prospects. There's a new beginning. Summer Moon Wells children have been mourned. You see, there's a new group of kids. Summer Moon Wells case. I'm going to show this picture a lot. This here, once again, I'm going to say it over and over and over. Candace Wells created a post the Tuesday her daughter went missing, allegedly, removed it, and put it as 606. Please, people, why would someone change a timeline in the hours that their daughter is gone? Mentally think about it. This isn't a fucking spiritual la la lulu. Ooh, Tuesday at 5:06 p.m. You know, Candace. No, you guys. This is a fact. This is a fact that Candace Wells, Tuesday, the day this was posted, the day her daughter was gone. Tuesday, at 5:06 p.m. Bam! It was people took snapshots. Why? Because her daughter was gone. In the midst of them looking for her daughter as she changes it to 6:06. Go look. This shit is at 6:06. Barely anybody has the 5:06 stamp. The mother of the missing child, during the chaos of looking for her daughter, goes in and changes the time. This is the most important piece of evidence that sets a timeline. If she says she was down in the by the river and Jody Sue Brown saw Candace down by the river, how could she be down by the river and change her post, which her daughter was in the post, unless it was a completely different child? Unless there was the other Summer Moon Wells that I call Summer Moon Wells missing children, unless it was a different child. You don't know. But people talk about the timeline. And I've got new information. Can it possibly be that Don Wells wasn't home that day? Okay, you guys, he was home. Could he be home? Okay, that's old news. Could he be home? That's not going to solve the case. The same creators are creating the same chaos, and they're talking to each other as if they're best buddies. This is Summer Moon. That is actually a photo. This is why I call it digital distortion, that is pulled from between the photos. This is on video that the TBI and the FBI have this video. Everyone has the video of Summer Moon Wells in the car. Everyone has it. Delayer it, you guys. You don't know how, and you have invested almost 5 years in this child? Give it to someone. Delayer it. FBI, delayer it. The truth is within the digital distortion. Buy my book on Amazon, Digital Distortion. Go get it. It's the Summer Moon Wells case. My digital distortion book is on the Summer Moon Wells case. It's my first page. It says, wait, let me grab it. It's got my full name right on the front. First page. Intro, Chapter 1. Summer Moon and the Eye. It's Chapter 1. Summer Wells was never meant to be a hashtag. She was never meant to be a cautionary tale or clickbait headline or a puppet in the cruel theater of internet sleuths. She was a child, a spark, a living thread of light so delicate, so vibrant, that when it vanished, it left the world just a little dimmer, even if most didn't notice. But I did. Not because I knew her, not because I had followed her story from the beginning, but because one night, while scrolling through an endless stream of noise, true crime and thumbnails, and psychic dramatization, artificially generated recreations, I felt it. I felt the pulse, a frequency, a sudden stillness that gripped me from the center of my chest and whispered something I couldn't unhear. This is beginning of my digital distortion book. It's a fast read, 29 pages. But that's what Summer Moon Wells' case is about. The answers for me are right in front of me. Maybe people don't see it. I'm asking people to have an open eye to listen, for you to do it yourself. Go look at the videos. Fred Hill Ziggy, Jody Sue Brown, Benny Keys, Don Wells, Candace. What am I missing? JLR, all those. Molly, Bullhorn Betty, all together, all those channels have helped me. Stay tuned to the channels. Maybe you'll also see, the humming. You'll feel some sort of, there's something here. Like, let me check it out. Find it within you. The picture to the left is from Ziggy's very first conversation with Fred Hill. I find these, I call them elements that get buried within the earth. I think that it looks something like that I call trophies. That's a trophy that gets pushed so deep down, but I keep seeing it over and over and over. I saw it again because I do it. I ask myself, is this the truth? Is this what you're really seeing? Are you seeing this? I saw it again in Benny Keys' video today. Is he really showing it? I have no fucking idea. But it's there. It's my truth. I see it in his video. I see it in his pictures. I see it in his tattoos. Some tattoos are there. The next day, the tattoo's gone. The next day, it's on the left arm. The next day, it's on the right arm. One day, it says Z. The next day, it says A. I mean, I'm seeing all these different fucking things on the tattoo. Oh, so I put the letters together. That's what I do. I put the letters together and I notice what is being shown. I look for the answers. Benny, today you gave me some more answers that match what I'm seeing here. Only thing I see in this telephone doesn't mean it's there. No, you guys, I don't know what Benny's showing. I don't care what Benny's showing. I see answers to the children. I see that these children are underground. I can't say it any louder. These children are in boxes. These children are being televised. These children are alive in places as long as they could stay alive. Benny is on right now, and I just keep picking up the same image. This is no different than the images I started showing June 16th, 2021. Dig. This image is what I see on Fred Hill's property during Ziggy's walkthrough. What I'm telling you is just that. It's just my psychic reading. You could follow it or you don't, but do something with it. When I show you pictures of Summer Wells crying, holding on for dear life, crying on a swing that she's supposed to just be swinging as her mommy is pushing her. Bullshit. Bullshit. Does this look like a child that's having fun being pushed on her swing? Does this look like a child that is swinging on her swing to the right? She's being pulled. She's being lifted. She is no longer with us. Even, even if someone thinks that these pictures are crazy, that's okay. Just listen to my story. Listen to the story of Summer. Hello, can you guys hear me now? What the hell? Okay, I was cut off. Okay, hopefully this will stay. Okay, let's see you guys in chat. Uh-oh, I'm losing you. Yeah, if I make it through this live, this is what happens. So this here, do you hear me now? I should be good now. It shows I'm up. This here reminds me, thumbs up, there you are. Yeah. Reminds me of this here. Stick with me. If you lose me again, don't worry. I'm going to keep trying to get back on. That's what happens, guys. Talk about something no one wants to hear about. Goes in here. In here. This is the Summer Moon Wells case. They're in boxes. Heads look like they're on platters. They're put in the ground for the resurrection. Fred Hill's property showed so much. Fred Hill's property showed so much. The one that Ziggy did. To me, the property showed that these boxes go underground, underground, underground. I can't say it any louder. Underground, underground, underground. There's no difference between this picture you see here of this box going underground and Fred Hill's property during Ziggy's walkthrough. No difference. What I see here than what I see in Benny's video today. What that means is it in Benny's video? I have no fucking idea. All I know is Benny is consistent with the information he shows me. This. You may be looking like, what the fuck am I looking at? That's okay. That's why I'm giving you a story over these photos. I'm telling you, the kids go underground. They're not just laying somewhere. They're gone. They're whooshed away. They're taken away. Benny has always shown me resurrection, resurrection. In the trees, in the leaves, in the hay, in the straw. Benny goes through lots and lots of all different kinds of tattoos, which is great. I noticed them on the left side, on the right side. They're there, they're gone, they're not there. His hair, his eyes, his teeth, everything changes. Blah, 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 blah. What does that tell me? Many people involved. Many people are involved. Tattoos, no tattoos. You know, rich people, not rich people. Bums, not bums. People who do drugs, people who don't do drugs. Many different kinds of people are involved in the Summer Moon Wells case. Many different faces show up. Then these faces are taken away. These faces you will never see correctly. Never. They are people with no identity, people that are used, abused for the sake of the resurrection, for the sake of just all these kids being taken. Are they fed to pigs? Yeah, some of them. Are some of them chopped up like Lori Vallow did to her kids? Yeah, some of them. She's live doing great in, wherever she is, and she did the same thing. And she, in her brain, that's okay for her. Why is it that no one wants to talk about the fact that's what she did? And it's okay for her. And there are many other families that are doing that now. When you see something on the internet and you watch it and you say, what the fuck was that? It's something that is there that you aren't supposed to see. You're not supposed to see the message between the images. You're not supposed to see it yet because the message isn't ready for all of us to see. When they take these victims, their eyeball goes with them. They're taken. They're abused. They're attached to machinery. They're essayed. They're sold. They're used as guinea pigs. And they are being televised. They are within the internet. Within the internet. The poor babies look like this. This is supposed to be Jody Sue Brown. This is Jody Sue Brown in the video to the right. Does that look like a Jody Sue Brown? No, it doesn't. It looks like a Summer Moon Wells. It looks like a Summer Moon Wells. That's what it looks like. How is it possible Jody Sue Brown looks like a little girl in that picture? And how is it possible that we see pictures of Molly Golightly over and over and over and over of her eye? Of her eye. Like this. You know, people that are new, it's almost going to be 5 years. It's 4.5 years. All of these images are gone for a reason. All these videos are gone for a reason. And the people that were in the beginning kind of disappeared for 4.5 years, and bam, all of a sudden they're back talking about Summer Moon Wells. Well, I'm here to tell you that I have not cleaned the slate. All that shit is still there for me to talk about to you. It's not gone for me because it's the story. This is the story. This is the story. This is what's happening to the kids that everyone is trying so hard to find. Please pay attention to this face. Please pay attention to a face that looks like this. I believe that this kind of a looking face is the face that is showing reality, right? I feel like this is a very important face. This shows up. This shows up. It shows up in the Idaho 4. It shows up in Gabby Petito. It shows up in Kylie Rodney. It shows up in Summer Moon Wells, Michael Vaughn. It shows up. Same stories, right. Hi, BC. Same story. Hi, Colleen. Same story. Hi, G.H. White. Alita. Lita. It's not changed. This shit isn't changed. This is white boy. Oh, I see. Oh, horrible things are done. To the left is Molly Golightly. They turn these people into monsters. You think that these Netflix series are just made up? Many of these Netflix series are just the truth. It's what people see. They see it. No one's talking about it. but they put it into a Netflix series. That's what I plan on doing with mine. Look at Ethan from Idaho 4. Madeline McCain. Keep this face. This face is to me of interest. Right here. And these two faces here to the left in the middle. Those are from Candace Bly's Facebook. And I showed this yesterday. Here you see Amber Hagerman. And now we're getting to the good stuff today. Ziggy and Fred Hill. Ziggy and Fred Hill. Let me see here. Wait, make sure my sound is good. It shows it's good. It shows low, but it shows good. This here is Ziggy's one of her last videos. This is supposed to be a story that, they're talking to you. But what I want to tell you is when they have these characters like Fred Hill, I constantly are seeing the victim. This picture is not Fred Hill to me. This photo doesn't look like Fred Hill to me. Now, I've never met him, right? So who am I to say? But this here shows me a person in a box, which is supposed to be Ziggy, and it looks like the head on the platter, and it looks like the victim in front of her, and Fred Hill behind her. So why am I showing this to you? I'm showing this to you because when they film these children, they're not filming these children straight on. They're layering. And it goes to different kinds of people who pay the most money, blah, blah, blah. When I say a head on a platter in a box, this is what it looks like to me. And then the person in the front is of interest. These are victims in the back. That's how I see it. And Ziggy's very last video, I see victims and I see how they're victimized. I see them exactly how I've always seen them, just like this, in a box. And like I said, there are certain channels that give me certain images that I could show to all of you guys. And Ziggy has done it again. There is no difference between what I see here and how I see Summer Moon in the car. No difference. There's no difference from what I see here in a box than what I saw 20 minutes ago of a live that Benny's showing of a box. There is no difference because it tells me the same story. Is there really difference? Yeah, maybe. But it's telling me the same story. So I could take this Fred Hill right here and plop as a victim. plop him right into this box. So this would line up with this, you see. Wait, let me turn it. Let me flip it this way. Copy. And this was just 20 minutes ago. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I could put him right in this box. See? That's what I'm saying. So it may, obviously, it's not the same box, right? But I see what I'm supposed to see to bring the justice. So this is Benny's, what I saw, the box. And when I say a head in a box, blah, 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 this is, to me, this is what would fit. This is what he's showing. Because that's what I see. You don't have to have a head here for me to be like, there's a victim in there. Because that's what I see. I don't know why. I don't know how. No idea. But it always, every time, 100%. People who have watched being 110%, it always comes together like a story like this. It always comes together like this. This is what it does. It puts it together it comes together like a puzzle. These are puzzle pieces. This is Fred Hill. These are puzzle pieces. That's Benny, who's probably still on his live right now. They just stick it together. I'm going to take a screenshot. That's what it is, you guys. This is what it looks like for those that are looking to find the story. This has always been how I have seen Benny. And this is a good example. These boxes present themselves in the fake car, right? Like when I say, oh, someone's in the fake car, like this would be Benny in the fake car. Like this is a picture. Let's move this. This is one of Benny's old pictures. I might as well put Benny right in here. Because to me, he's not in a car. To me, I see a victim. I could place Benny, I'm going to turn it, in this exact same box as he's showing. And I call it a head in a box, a head on a platter. This is just what it is. Put him right in there. So this is all the same to me. And every time I come across any of these same characters' videos, it gives me the same information. You see, I can't ignore the information it gives me. It's the same over and over and over and over. And these faces here, and what you also have to do, it's super important to look at the smallest of the smallest picture. So if you go into this, here's the main picture I showed you. If you go into the smallest of the smallest picture, that's where you get the greatest information. So while you're all sitting there, take snapshots of the bottom. I'm going to do it with you. Here. I'm going to take snapshot. I'll do this one in the middle. I'll do this one. The one that has the most layers is what you want. So you take a snapshot of it, of the smallest of the smallest, which I just did. I'm going to bring it up here. Oh, I can't really see anything. It's very small. It's very hard to see. Oh, that one's good. The second one here. Okay. I'm going to bring this one in. And this one, here. Here we go. This one. Here. Right. It's information, you guys. It's critical information. These victims, are science projects. They're science projects. And we're looking for them over and over and over and over. And this is to me a picture of what these victims look like. Like that. Like that. I don't know what Fred Hill looks like. But what I'm telling you is the photos that I'm showing you here, right here, are images that the victims know. You know, I only see what I'm shown. You know, I'm shown information and then I try to match it up to the best of my ability that you guys could see it. So you could call it digital distortion, you call it anything you want. I call it, this is what the victims look like. And I see a very young Fred Hill down here where I don't see him looking this way in any of the pictures. To me, he doesn't look this way. That's very young looking. Way younger than his pictures, way younger. I've shown you Jody Sue Brown. This picture I've kept. It was Jody Sue Brown's photo. I'm like, I saw these kids with tags on them, right? So when I saw this, I'm like, it reminded me of tags. This. I see this often. And then I see it on Benny. And then I see it on Fred Hill in the middle. So that's something that I see over and over and over. I don't know why this is in there. I don't know why this is in there. This is a funny one to me. This is just a moment ago. Oh my God. You guys, he makes me laugh. I mean, if anyone that's followed me before, you all know that he makes me laugh. I mean, he does. I don't know why, but I laugh at him. This picture to me is a more normal picture of him. This would be like the normal photo of really, but this Benny Keys comes in lots of different shapes, forms, everything. He comes in different ages. He comes in different looks, different tattoos. Oh my God, such a difference. But this is the one that's the most normal to me. Maybe I don't know why I put it there, maybe to make me laugh. These are the other Benny Keys that I have. I've got about 100 different Benny Keys faces. So when I put Benny Keys' face here that makes me laugh, and it's just so funny, I go by how I feel, right? I know for a fact that this Benny Keys here doesn't make me laugh and makes me happy. This one does. This one doesn't. This one does not. This one is very different from this one. But yet they're in the same car ride. It's the same Benny. You all don't know this stuff because you all are new to YouTube and you just started watching Summer Moon Wells, right? You're new. So this is stuff that, you know, was on a while ago. But he doesn't make me laugh. He makes me laugh. So there's so many different faces, right? Here's another one. This one's still on, I think. I have no idea. But this one doesn't make me laugh. No, but it's the same person. You understand? This one that I showed you was a victim. This one doesn't make me laugh. This one here in the corner is how what Summer Moon Wells looked like in her last days. This with a stick. So that's not the same person as this. No. No. And then when I say fake car, and I see these things in fake cars, I see equipment. I see this equipment is used. I see that's what they did with Summer Moon Wells. And this one looks like serious. He's concentrating. So people concentrate. They have to line themselves up, get everything right in order to go online. It's a whole to do to get online. That's all I know, right? This morning Benny was on. 0 tattoos. None. His tattoos have been lasered off. These tattoos are gone. He must have a really good skin person and someone who takes care of his skin. He must have a good dermatologist and a good tattoo artist to get rid of all the tattoos he has had before. Because there's no tattoos. And all of his videos, these tattoos show up. In this video this morning, this is what showed up. This is the same, this is the exact same, I'm going to pull it up, image that Jody Sue Brown showed. Do you understand? Jody Sue Brown showed this. See if I can find it. Oh, that's not Jody Sue. Oh, this is Jody Sue Brown. Jody Sue Brown showed this tattoo, the number 5, in her last video. Okay, let's see if it's in here. I put it in the presentation. I could always pull that out. Because I want to show you guys how these things that I see, there's a reason I see it. And there's a reason that I see consistency. There's a consistent message that is shown over and over and over. And this number 5 here is one of them. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to have to go in and find it a little later because it'll just take up too much time. So this here is what is showing up on his forehead now. This morning, it's the same information that we have seen before. See? Candace has shown the same thing. It's a consistent element. And then it changes. Like there are times where his tattoo will have that exact same R on his arm, and then the arm tattoo is gone and it's on his forehead. Then the other time the forehead has lines and it has different letters. During the Kylie Rodney, it was an R. So it changes. These things don't stay the same. He doesn't paint his hand every morning he wakes up. He's not putting makeup on himself. Because the messages are consistent throughout the characters that I follow. But they don't stay the same. They don't. What I see here in the car is exactly what I just showed you here. This maroon box. This maroon box. I mean, it's not his shirt, you guys. What the fuck? So this is a fake car. So the fake car, which he's probably really in a real car, don't quote me, it's a real car. But to me, the car is what gives me the information, right? That's what gives me the information. So, like, what I see Benny doing on the right is the same thing as all these pictures of Fred Hill. They're the same. So, that's the story. I don't know how, if this is the story and this stuff is real, how is it that no one could find this information? This information changes with each given video. So I've known Benny since the beginning of Summer Moon Wells, 2021. He's never talked about taking, you know how much time this takes to take tattoos on and off? And to go in the morning and put them on, or to change them, or get it removed and get something else put on? Like, what is this? But the one that's the most important would be the one that was the most recent. And this is Summer Moon. The most recent happens to be the summer moon that everyone is talking about. This symbol I turned it upside down. This symbol, that's exactly what Candace shows. This is what anyone that covers the Jody Sue Brown shows, I don't even know why I said Jody Sue Brown, they all cover it. And this is what I call victimized. That is not the same Benny that I see that makes me laugh. Doesn't make me laugh anymore. He used to. This Benny's no longer here. Even though you see him here, something happened. I don't know, he went through something. His childlike is no longer there anymore. There's a personality type that is gone because he went through something very traumatic last year. And he had to change. He had to make decisions. And he's trying really, really hard to stay within the boundaries of what he's supposed to do. He's trying super hard. But these people that are in this storyboard, they're being very cautious. See, he gives me readings. They're being very cautious right now. It's a very serious matter. It's very serious. And this is what I see. This is what I see. There's no difference from what I see here than what I see in any other video when I talk about underground, when I talk about Summer Moon Wells. This is what I see. No different than what I see in this picture. The same thing. These children are beneath the construction, beneath the ground, beneath the soil, beneath the hay, beneath the animals. They're down under. There's a system that was built for these children. There is a system. You could go see it. You could go underground. It's there for those that can see it, that are allowed to see it. This is Faith, the guy who's friends with Benny. This is the guy who said he has Summer in his basement. He shows to me it's behind the walls of the walls of the walls. It's between the wood of the wood of the wood. See, like it goes between the wood and then it's back there. What you see here is what you saw one of the very first days that I wonder if I have it here. I don't think it's in here. The refrigerator. Let me see if I can find it. This is what Don showed us in the refrigerator. Let me see. Fridge. I think I have it under fridge. No, this isn't it. But that was the fridge. See, that's what the refrigerator looked like in the beginning. This here was on, this is the equipment that first was on the Wells property. Okay? And this is the equipment that I then found on Fred Hill's property. That down there. This is the live that I said, you see green, yellow, and red and something. And it was all about what they saw inside these boxes. That's why they're not going to find them if they use sniffing dogs. I mean, here, I'll brighten this up. You'll see this is behind the wall. This is how you have to get into them, is you have to go between walls of walls. You know, Candace shows it at her doorstep. There's a wall between the wall. I try to show it all the time. See that? That room is behind these layers of walls, behind these layers. It's behind the layers. See, this is the equipment. This is it. And there are characters and there are people on YouTube that have millions of followers, millions. And I use them as vehicles to grab the information, to tell you the story of the Summer Moon Wells children, to tell you what is going on, to tell you that listen closely to the stories. Listen closely to the people that are really, really serious into talking about Summer Wells, the ones that are just really, really into it. Like, okay, this is what it is. Okay, those are the same people that know that that information is not new. Those are the same people that know that the story is not, like when they say, oh, we have brand new news. We don't think Don was at work that day. Well, we already know that, and it's not new news to you. You talked about it 4 years ago. 4 years ago, the same person talked about the same thing. So they're like rinsing and repeating. And it works because most people that are still following things, they're just going on as like crime junkies, true crime junkies, and they don't follow it. There's just a handful of us that follow the same story. Just a handful. You know, it's frustrating. It is frustrating. Summer Moon Wells, her story has been told. This was part of Fred Hill's walkthrough with Ziggy. I'm gonna wrap this up. This is the walkthrough with Ziggy. This box that they're showing to me is absolutely no different than what I'm showing you here. Here, wait, let me get it cleaner. Let me grab it. Here it is. Okay. So this box that they're showing on Fred Hill's property, the walkthrough, this was a while ago, would be the same box I call Summer Moon Wells' box as I'm showing you here. So this would be this box with a child in it underground. Period. This is what it looks like. A maroon looking box. It's the same thing. Summer Moon Wells is in the box. She has always been in the box since day number 1. This is the Summer Moon Wells story. Summer Moon Wells' box was shown to us day number 1. Day number 1. This comes from her mother. This was the information given to us as soon as she went missing. Why not watch it? Why not listen? And why not believe it to be true? The signs come back for me over and over and over. Every time I look at these pictures of the Wells property, this may look like freaking nothing to anybody, but not to me. I see Summer's footprints. I see the footprint of Summer just as if she's in there as she is in here. Everything else was built from this box. This box. She is sitting in a box. She is not sitting in a car. She's in a box. These boxes don't need to be big because these children are teeny. They're little. They're little, you guys. They're little. Their heads stick out of the box. Their heads stick out of the box. Summer Moon Wells is within a 10-mile radius of her home, within a box in the ground that looks like this. This is what it looks like. I am going to draw her body as I see it for you. Let me brighten this thing up. And I'm going to, let's see if I could get this. All right, let me change this. I'm seeing if I could. Okay, I'm going to color this as I see summer. Okay, this is how I see summer. Ready? Summer's story looks like this. Draw. Okay. Here's the maroon box. This is her head. This is her hair. Wait. This is sticking out of her mouth is that thing, that pacifier thing. This is her eye. This is her hair. Let me get it thicker. Blonde. This is her hair. Oh. Not getting thicker. This is the neck. And this is the box. This is a tree. This is a doorway. These are doorways. I see a doorway. I see the E in the door. Maybe the E just are wood pieces. Maybe they're just wood pieces, you guys. You know, maybe these are wood. Let's see. Orange. Yeah, maybe this is wood here. These E's. Wood, wood, wood. Door, a frame. This is summer. That's summer. And that's how I see it. This is her face, her neck, and her box. This is her box. This is the woods, and that's her story. So when I look at this one, that's when I say that this one is the same as this, because I see, you see, this is probably making the most sense I've ever made to you. This is the same thing as I say head on a box. This is the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Do you guys see what, do you understand what I'm saying? So this here is the same thing. Here's his box. This is his box. Here's his head. And whatever this is that comes out of the mouth, I don't know what it is, but it's constant. This is in the mouth. I mean, this could go on. This is the same thing that I see for Benny. You know, it's the same thing. I don't see a cigarette. I don't see a cigarette in his mouth. I see the same thing. I see whatever it is that they put in their mouth. I see this over and over in these pictures. Anytime I say this, same thing. That is the story of the Summer Moon Wells case. This is how I see it. This is how I see it. This is, where's Summer? Do it up front. And when I say she's going down, what I see here would be going down. See that stick underneath it? This thing here. So you see that going down, and here's her box. This is her box from the car. That's the same box I see Summer as in the car. So that box is the same. Where did I do the draw? Oh, here it is. Here. So, here. This box is the same as this one. This one. Here. Is the same as what we see here. Here. And on Fred Hill's property going down under. So this is the closest that I've ever seen it going down under is on Fred Hill's property. Here. This frame. This frame. All summer. That frame is the same frame that I see in all of his construction. See? Here, I see it everywhere. Up here it is. Here. So that frame, to me, is the same frame that I have been looking at since June 15, 2021. Same frame. That's how I see it. So it just keeps being shown over and over and over to me. It's not the frame of a telephone. That's not the frame of the telephone, you guys. That conversation's over and done with. And that's the story of Summer Moon Wells. This is the story, how I see it to be true. And it's just not going to change. This is it. That's her box that was introduced to us right in the beginning. She's with other people, and these are characters. They're characters. I mean, when you look at it like this, it is what it is. I can't tell it any differently. My story stays consistent. The elements stay consistent. Right? There's messages, there's letters, there's information in here that is not being talked about and not even being like acknowledged. Why? Why? This is the same looking box that we have been looking at since the beginning of Summer Moon Wells. Period. And this was just on. You guys, this was just on this box. It's not fair. This is the story of the Summer Moon Wells missing children. This is a story that no one wanted to talk about with Gabby Petito, didn't want to talk about it with the Idaho 4, didn't want to talk about it with Michael Vaughn. They definitely don't want to talk about it at all. This here is a science project. These are the tubes I showed you in my video I showed just the other day. Look at it. The Jody Sue Brown video. Page number 1. Page number 1. You guys, if you really enjoy listening to me and you like this channel, please subscribe and please give it a thumbs up on the videos that you like. Pass along this information. Share my videos. Watch them, share them, take them apart, pull them apart. Do whatever you want to do to them, as long as it's to bring Summer Moon Wells justice. Right? Let me see this. Close this. Close that window. Benny. Oh, these are from today. I just took all these pictures because of that. These come and go. See how this is not in today's video? It's just not there. The Jewish star. In today's video, it's gone. Gone. This is today's video. It's a number 5. This was 2022, I think. This one. All right, you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. where is my, and it's super important to just, keep an open mind and remember, to listen to people with an open heart, and maybe they'll give you information that is really quite important to changing your life. We don't all have the answers. We all have our own answers that suit us for the moment that we're in. Thank you for all being here. God bless you all. Thank you. Please subscribe if you haven't and give a thumbs up. Talk to you soon. Good night, folks.